So hi guys, and welcome back to my channel. I am delighted that I have the amazing Jeanette, also known as Ms.FitVegan, with us today, all the way from Miami, which is amazing. And for anybody that's new here today, we are trying to spread the word of health and nutrition. And for those that want to heal their body, there's so much out there, and we want to just bring all the best people to you to give you answers and let you choose what you want to do and to take from. So Jeanette, thank you so much for joining me today. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself and why you're raw vegan?
Absolutely. Thanks for having me. And I'm honored to, I hope to get to Ireland one day. I'm honored to be on your show. And yeah, so I went raw in 2011. And the reason was because I had tried everything else.
Mm.
I tried Atkins, which I guess is now paleo or keto. I tried the Zone diet. I tried Weight Watchers. I tried Jenny Craig. I tried the baby food diet. That was really weird. I
Wow.
tried the grapefruit diet, the Hollywood diet. I mean, I could just keep going. I tried every single diet because I was always trying to lose weight. And mostly I was trying to clear my skin. I had a really, really bad cystic acne. I don't wear any makeup now. I don't have any acne now. And I am so grateful. And the reason, it turns out the reason I had acne and the reason I was overweight and I had health issues was because of what I was eating. I had no idea what to eat. Like, we are not taught this. So when I went raw in 2011, everything changed for me. I started losing weight effortlessly. My skin started clearing up, and I finally felt alive for the first time in my life. And I couldn't believe it. And so I started to dive deep into the research of like, wait, exactly why do I feel so much better when
Mm.
I'm eating these fruit and vegetables? And it turns out because this is our species specific food. Every species on the planet has a specific food, right? No matter where, where
Mm.
a panda, if a panda lives in Miami or a panda lives in Japan, a panda has a panda diet. And same with humans. We have a species specific food, which is mostly fruit and vegetables, nuts and seeds, right?
Yeah.
Mostly fruit. So that's why I went raw 13 years ago now, almost 13 years, and never looking back ever, ever.
Wow, it's amazing. And I can connect with you there with the acne. I from the
Yeah.
age of 11, I had severe acne. I think you mentioned as well before that you were on Roaccutane. I was on Roaccutane as well. And when I look back, it's like it was the food I was eating, no fresh fruits and vegetables. It was a processed diet. So it's like, oh my goodness, we're not educated
Your skin is
enough.
so beautiful.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you.
You know what's scary? We're not educated, and neither are the experts. That's
Mm.
the crazy part in our society because I went to dermatologists, I went to experts that put me on these crazy steroids. As a
Mm.
teenager, to be on steroids for your acne, they wanted to put me on
Yeah.
birth control. Even I, as like a 14-year-old, I was like, no, that doesn't sound right. So I didn't do
Yeah.
birth control, but I know many women that do.
Oh, I
And
they put me on it. They put me on the Roaccutane, the birth control, and I was like, and like that. I was 13, I think, at the time. I was like, I'm not going to be having sexual intercourse. I was like, oh, what's going on? So yeah, yeah.
so they're trying their best, but
Mm.
unfortunately, their best is not good enough because they are not studying the nutritional aspect.
Mm.
The whole body's connected. So yeah, I'm so grateful that we found this lifestyle, and
Mm.
now we don't have to worry about the way you look. If you want to look better, clear your skin, lose weight, it's going to be a side effect of you getting healthier inside. So you don't have to worry about the outside. When the inside is beautiful, the outside will also be.
And have you come across people that have healed themselves on the raw food diet? Like you've healed obviously yourself, but have you come across people you've worked with or?
Yeah, absolutely. So I work with women mostly, and I have seen so many cases of people healing from way more serious conditions than I had.
Mm.
I have a client who took my course and she reversed her stage 4 breast cancer. I
Wow.
have people who have had diabetes who have reversed their diabetes. I have people who have lost over 100 pounds on a raw food diet. Like my health issues pale in comparison to the issues of my
Mm.
clients. So I have seen it all. And being, of course, in the raw food community, running the Woodstock Fruit Festival, living this lifestyle for the past 13 years, I have seen hundreds, maybe thousands of, of people who have got on a raw food diet and completely reversed irreversible illnesses. Like doctors have told them it's irreversible.
Mm-hmm.
Like, for example, with me, I actually was told I had an irreversibly inflamed nerve in my tooth and I needed a root canal, but I refused to accept that. So I personally did not get a root canal and I healed my tooth and I healed my irreversibly inflamed nerve. And I've heard people have irreversible things like what is it? Arthritis.
Yeah.
And they've reversed that, irreversible back pain, chronic bronchitis, chronic IBS, things that doctors say are not reversible. I've seen it done. I've seen it on a raw food diet.
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. And
Yeah.
for those that are listening, then they're probably wondering, okay, what does a raw food diet consist of? So what's your day look like?
Yes. So my day starts with 32 ounces of water. Sometimes I do coconut water and sometimes I do juice. I really, really love juice, but I don't have the time every day. So when I do on the weekends and stuff, I love to make a big green juice, 32 ounces minimum. Um, my favorite right now is green apple, ginger, turmeric, lemon, and cilantro.
Oh, lovely.
And this is Chef Babette's favorite juice. She put me onto
She's
this.
amazing. I seen your interview. Wow. She is looking fantastic for 72. Wow.
Right. She's 72 and she eats mostly raw. Like, we went through her diet and she's eating for like the last 40 years. She's eating a mostly raw vegan diet. So she recommended that juice. I was like, okay, say no more. I'm drinking that juice. So I started that juice. It's really, really nice. And so after that, after my liquid, because I always like to hydrate first thing in the morning, then I will have fruit. So I'll have more hydration. Today I had watermelon, half a watermelon, as you can see. I love watermelon, so I got a lot of stuff. You don't even know. I have a whole watermelon room, and I love it. And after my breakfast, which is usually a melon or some type of juicy fruit, for lunch I'll have something a little more dense. So I will have a smoothie today. The smoothie is probably going to be about 6 or 7 bananas. I like hemp seeds in there, put some kale in and water. And that's my smoothie. I keep it very, very simple. I also, or if I don't do a smoothie, I'll do nice cream. So about 6 or 7 bananas and maybe I'll throw in some kale, maybe not, water. That's it. For dinner, I will usually have a smaller fruit meal. So like last night I had grapes before dinner. I'll just, munch on some grapes while I'm making dinner. And then I'll have a very, very big salad. In the salad is lots of greens, but also lots of fruit, cucumber, tomato, red pepper, had orange pepper in there, zucchini. These are all fruits. And I'll make a really delicious raw vegan dressing. Last night I made, it's so simple. It's so easy. I just put parsley, sunflower seeds, a little bit of mustard, lemon, and smoked paprika. Put water in there, blend it up, and it's so good. I keep it very, very simple. Always make a fresh dressing, put it on, and that is my day. So fruit all day, big salad at night. And if I'm hungry after that, it's usually because I didn't eat enough during the day. So I'll have some fruit afterwards.
Okay. And I know for 100% fact that the probably one of the most questions that you're asked is, where do you get your protein?
Yes, I get my protein from the fruit and the vegetables that I eat because, of course, well, all raw vegans know this, but most of the world doesn't. But of course, there is protein in every single fruit and every single vegetable. There's protein in everything because protein just means it's alive. So, for example, we are protein, right? And so in order to get protein, I don't need to eat protein. It's almost like saying to grow my nails, I need to eat nails. That is what we're saying in society. That is how convoluted and crazy society is. It's like saying you need to eat hair in order to grow your hair. No, you need to eat an abundance of fruit and vegetables, lots of vitamins, minerals, and nutrients in order to be healthy and happy. And if you want to grow your muscles, then you need to work out. Oh, you didn't know that I had that there. Okay. I'm on my journey, but
cool.
I love to work out and I don't supplement with anything. And I haven't had any protein powders or any type of dead animal body part in over 13 years. So trust me. Oh, and I got my blood test taken. A few weeks ago. My protein levels are normal. Totally normal. They always have been and they always will be. And you will find too, if you are watching this and you go raw or you go vegan, you will find that you will never, ever have a protein deficiency because it's
Yeah.
not possible.
Yeah. So people really,
Literally.
yeah, people really need to
That's the crazy part.
research. Yeah. Research, investigate, and just don't, don't take anything for granted. Listen and then go off and research and find it out, like, which is amazing. Would you say a lot of people will this buzzword now of intermittent fasting? So would you be
Yes.
an advocate for it?
Yeah, I think it is amazing. I do love intermittent fasting, but what I love more is somebody on a consistent
Mm.
high raw or 100% raw vegan diet. And if you find yourself hungry outside of your eating window, that is a problem if you don't have the willpower to not eat processed foods. And if you're really hungry and you're not allowing yourself to eat fruit and vegetables, I feel that this is going to lead to you binging on crappy food. So
Okay.
I don't really recommend a intermittent diet for anyone that hasn't been healthy without processed foods, meat or dairy for at least 5 years. So
Okay.
my general rule is give me 5 years of a solid foundation of eating healthy,
Mm.
meaning you haven't had any processed foods, animal products, fast food, fried foods for 5 years. After
Mm.
the 5 years, do what you want. Intermittent
Okay.
fasting, you want to do a juice cleanse, you want
Mm.
to do a parasite cleanse, you want to take herbs, but give me 5 years because I need you to lay a foundation of consistency. And that is the problem in our society today, in especially the raw food community. There's all these like cleanses, resets, fruit only, grapes only. And personally, I have seen it backfire for so many people. I've met a lot of people at Woodstock Fruit Festival who have tried these fruit only cleanses or like grape only cleanses. And the saddest thing is that they go back to eating animal products or processed foods because they never learned how to be a healthy vegan or a healthy
Yeah.
raw vegan. So yeah, that's what I would say about intermittent fasting.
Yeah, no, that's brilliant because I can relate to that. I remember before I became a nutritionist on my own journey, before I lost weight, I did juice fasting. I was always looking for that quick fix. But like what you're saying, you have to go and do one thing, no restrictions, and educate yourself, and then go at it if you want to intermittent fast. But I think, food addictions, and I know that's your main thing that you look after. Tell us a little bit more about the food addictions with the women that you work with.
Yes, thank you so much. And by the way, the reason I speak about, these things like, don't do intermittent fasting and don't do cleansing is because I did them. Like
Mm.
I tried to do one meal a day. I tried to do the juice cleanse. I did a 35-day juice cleanse and I lost 20 pounds in 1 month. And then over the next 3 months, I gained 40 pounds.
Wow.
So on a raw food diet, on
Mm.
a raw 100% raw food diet in 2018. You know why? Because I was so hungry that I couldn't stop eating.
Yeah.
And you can gain weight on a raw food diet if you don't stop eating. And I just couldn't stop because I was just so hungry because my body was confused. My body was like, wait, are we starving? Because once we start eating, we're going to start eating a lot in case we
Mm.
starve again. And that's how diets work. And that's how the
Mhm.
industry makes money on people. And that's it's part of the plan with these weight loss pills and these like crazy low calorie diets. So now
Mm.
with the food addiction, what I do is I have a course. It's called the Food Addiction Freedom Course, and it's for women only for now. And the reason I do this is because I know what it's like to have a food addiction. It seems almost like it's absolutely out of your control. Like you just can't resist these foods. It's like they have so much hold over us and we're in some type of prison. And the truth is that we are, but the prison is in our own mind. Our mind is controlling us and we have to learn how to break that addiction. And it is the hardest and most deadly addiction on earth. Like food addiction kills more people than any other addiction. Think
Mm.
about it, and more people are suffering from a food addiction because it's the easiest substance to get. Food is everywhere. It's
Mm.
socially acceptable to be eating processed foods, to be overweight, to be sick. And it's actually the norm. I was just talking to a client this morning and she was like, I'm the weird one. I am the weird one when I bring a salad to dinner or when I bring fruit to eat. And it's like, why am I the weird one when I'm just eating healthy and everybody around me is sick, but I'm weird? And it's like, yeah, that's always going to be, you're always going to be the weird one. And so that's why I started these groups so that I could bring all the weirdos in the world together
Yeah.
and we can meet each other and we can realize that, you know what, actually, okay, it is weird because sickness is normal. That's why it's weird to take care of yourself. And I have this private community called Misfit Mondays because, again, I feel like a misfit. I've always felt like a misfit. And then when I went raw, I was really like, really out there, you know, like an alien to people. And still to this day, you know, it is very strange. People ask me on YouTube, they're like, why do you eat watermelon with a spoon? Just, you know, half a watermelon. Why do you eat it like that? Because it's just so weird to see people, you know, eating 10 bananas or, you know, 6 apples or a whole entire bowl of grapes. That's strange. You know why? Because it's not the norm. Because what the norm is people being, you know, overweight, people dying of preventable diseases, people being sick and on medications. And yeah, so I help people to break that food addiction once and for all. We do a 6-week intensive course on it. And if anybody's interested, we are starting a new round this Sunday, October 8th. So if you're interested, we'll leave the information below so you can get the details, see if it's going to be something that you really, really will benefit from.
Amazing. And just, you know, you kind of touched on things there. Have you found that along the way that you've lost friends or family because of the way that, you know, your lifestyle is now? You've probably lost negative people and gained people that your tribe, basically.
Yes, I did lose a lot of vacuums or like anchors in my life, people that were sucking my energy dry. I lost a lot of toxic people in my life. Um, and unfortunately, I lost a lot of family members due to illnesses over the years.
Okay.
Lots of cancer in my family. My mom died of a heart attack. My sister died of cancer. My grandpa died of cancer. My grandma died of diabetes. So many family members are no longer here because of the way they were eating. Literally, they killed themselves with their own forks. And it is so sad because, you know, I'm somebody who I should have diabetes. I should be overweight, right? It runs in my family. I should have cancer by this age. You know, my sister had cancer. She died at the age of 35. So I should be sick, right? Meanwhile, I'm the healthiest person I know, the healthiest person in my friend group. And so yeah, I lost a lot of friends. But then what happened was it's funny because they called me crazy and I just couldn't deal with it, right? So I started hanging out with new people. But now all these friends that called me crazy, they literally now ask me for advice and they're part of my group and they're part of my private community and they want to know how to reverse these health issues that everybody my age has. You know, I'm almost 40 and almost all of
Wow,
my friends
you
that
look
are
as if
not.
you were in your 20s.
Thank you. You too. And the thing is that like all of the people that I know that are not healthy, raw vegans, are taking medications and they have health issues and they want to be healthy, but they just don't know how to do it. So now people are asking me. And same thing, you know, happened with my family members. You know, it did take them a very long time to stop calling me crazy. My mom, she used to call me a fanatic a lot. Like that was the word. I was a fanatic. And towards the end of her life, she got, you know, I got her a blender, I got her a juicer, and she started to try to reverse her major health issues. But unfortunately, sometimes it's too late.
Yeah.
So what I do is with the women in my food addiction freedom courses, I help them do it now before it's too late, before they're in the hospital, before they literally can't take care of themselves. They can't make smoothies. They can't go out and buy produce at a farmer's market. They can't go to the gym. They can't go walk around the block. You know, I want to help people prevent these horrible things that people have to go through, the illnesses and the x-rays and the specialists and the surgeries and the prescription pills and the pain. My life purpose is to help you prevent that. Prevention is the best cure. Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Amazing. So just to finish off then, Jeanette, what would be your top 3 tips to motivate the listeners to even put a little bit of raw into their diet? If somebody's going, oh my God, I don't even get my 9 a day fruits and vegetables, what would be your top 3 tips to get them the ball rolling?
I love this question. Great question. Okay. My number 1 tip is to only eat things you love. Only eat fruit and vegetables that you really, really love. So if you don't like watermelon, then don't eat watermelon. But like, who doesn't like watermelon?
Yeah.
But like, don't eat any fruit or vegetables that is gross to you. All right. That's number 1. Number 2, which piggybacks on the first one, which is learn how to tell when your fruit is ripe. Okay. I've dedicated my life to making videos about this topic because I was so lost in the beginning of my raw food journey. I just didn't enjoy the flavor of anything because I didn't know how to tell when things were ripe. You know, vegetables are always ripe, but fruit, you have to learn. It's an art. You have to learn how to pick out the perfect watermelon, the perfect cantaloupe. And then you need to know when to open it. Because if you open it too soon, it doesn't taste like anything.
Okay.
If you open it too late, it's fermented and it's gross. You know, a perfect pineapple, there's an art to that. Perfect grapes, you know, apples, even. You have to know, you know, so few people know that apples have to smell your apples. So few people know that grapes, you really, really want the stem to be green. Okay. The stem should be green, not brown and rotting. There's so many tips and tricks that I've learned over the years, like melons. All melons except watermelon, they have to smell fragrant before you open them. If they don't smell, don't open it. It's not ripe. And so I have a YouTube channel, Ms.FitVegan, and I have a fruity tutorial playlist. And if you just put this on one day while you're cleaning or whatever, you know, organizing your house or driving, you'll start to learn how to tell when your fruit is ripe. And this is going to help you so much because if you don't like the way things taste, you won't want to eat them. So that's tip number 2. Learn how to tell when fruit is ripe. And my third tip for you is honestly, go try your very best to find a exotic fruit market. So like maybe a Chinatown or an Asian market or some type of ethnic market where they sell tropical exotic fruit. Okay. So in Ireland, do you guys have anything like that over there?
Yeah, we do have Asian markets, so they would probably have the odd. There wouldn't be a huge amount, but yeah.
Like I'm looking for things like jackfruit or durian or mame sapote or sapodillas
Yeah,
or
I'd say
dragon fruit.
dragon fruit we do. We have them in our supermarkets. Yeah, I've seen those, and I think we've durian as well.
Yeah. So this is important because this is like the candy of the raw food diet. You know, grapes are delicious. Oranges, watermelons, these like popular supermarket fruits are amazing. But every once in a while, you want to treat yourself. You know, maybe once a week or once every 2 weeks, you want to get like jackfruit or mame sapote or a durian. You want to learn how to pick those out and you want to treat yourself because these things are amazing and they're so tasty and delicious and they add variety to the diet. You know, there's 2 routes you can go as a raw vegan. You can make lots of gourmet stuff at home, which is amazing, you know, cheesecakes and you can make, you know, tacos and you can make burgers, everything. Or you can go more towards the exotic tropical fruit, which nature has already made for you. Nature is the perfect chef. And she's already made this amazing stuff like persimmons. Do you guys get persimmons?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I'm so excited for persimmons. That's the mangoes of the winter. And so I'm excited because persimmon, you're not going to get a better tasting dessert than persimmons. And fourth, a bonus tip, I'm sorry, but I
Yeah,
have a lot
go
of
for
tips.
it.
But the bonus tip is you want to buy more than you think that you will eat.
Okay.
You need to buy more than you think you will eat because a lot of people don't realize you need to eat way more than you used to eat. You know, you used to eat a small little piece of meat and a little baked potato and some pasta, right? Or some rice. But now you need a big bowl, a big bowl of watermelon, a big bowl of grapes. You know, I buy a bag of grapes and most people think, oh, this is going to last me a week. No, that's one meal. That's
Wow.
one meal. You know, I buy a bunch of bananas, 7, 8 bananas. People think, oh, that's for the week. No, that's one meal. That's one meal. And, you know, we eat 3 meals a day. So,
Yeah.
so always when you go to the store, you buy 7 bunches of bananas. You buy a few bags of grapes, a few watermelons. You know, you don't just buy one because you're going to run out. And then if you run out of fruit and vegetables, what are you going to eat? Processed foods. So buy more than you think that you need. That is my 4th tip, but I can go on all day.
Amazing. No, thank you. Thank you so much. I think what you have shared with the audience today is amazing. And where can everybody find you, Jeanette?
Yes, so I would love your audience to check out my book. It's totally free for your audience. Just go to 100freerecipes.com. Okay, 100freerecipes.com. Totally free. You just put in your email and you get the book right away downloaded to your email. You can also find me. Well, I would love for you guys to email me if you're interested in joining my course. It starts on Sunday and women only for now. JD, that's me, Jeannette Donofrio, the letter J, the letter D at Ms.FitVegan.com. And you can also just find me on all the social platforms, MSFitVegan.com.
Amazing. Thank you so, so much. It's been an absolute pleasure,
Thank you
Jeanette.
so much. Thank you so much for having me.
Not at all. And thank you guys for listening. And I'll put everything down below so you can check out all of Jeanette's information and get that free book and see if you want to join her course as well. Thanks, guys.